the following presentation of the National Football League.
It has been 60 years since the Packers and Chiefs met down in Southern California in what would come to be known as the first Super Bowl. But now, at modern Levi Stadium in Santa Clara, we are counting down to Super Bowl 60, and we've got a great matchup in store. Tonight, it is all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC Champion New England Patriots taking on the NFC Champions. Brandon Gaughan along with Charles Davis, and what a season it's been for our AFC Champions. And this is a fight just to get to the Super Bowl. You got to figure that they are very battle-tested and ready.
I agree with you 100% about that. You don't get there without having those types of attributes, and that's what you look for in a Super Bowl team. Character. These guys are playing for either one of those. Now they're here. Now they're ready to win.
Meanwhile, our NFC champions, they have gone through a lot to get where they are. Everybody knows their story this season. What's the key for them as they start this Super Bowl?
Let's go full cliche on this one because it works. Remember what got you here. Been a winning formula all season long. This is a team that when we saw them in the preseason, we said they look like a group that has what it takes to be a Super Bowl winning team. And we've been proven right by what we've seen throughout the season.
So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. They'll be led out by the third overall selection back in 2018 from USC. It's Sam Darnold.
This guy's leadership is so important to how this offense functions. He doesn't shrink from any moments on game day, and everything he does with confidence. He sets the example in practice, off the field, and is the guy leading everyone out for each possession.
And he stopped immediately there. Now it's 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 34-yard line.
To throw is Darnold. He'll get this with a cut complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. It's a gain of 15. First down, Seahawks.
First down, Seattle.
And every time you step on a field, coaches are always going to talk about how important tackling is in a ball game. In this one, especially so. You can't allow these guys to break free and get extra yards after contact, but that's exactly what happens here. That can't continue as this game goes on.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another first down.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34.
Here we go, set. Right, set.
Hand off here to Walker. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That burst good for 20 and a first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Darnold. Over the middle, finding Smith and Jigba. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it'll be 2nd down.
Pickup of 3 brings up 2nd and 7 at the Patriots 8-yard line.
Back to throw, Darnold. He finds Smith and Jigba in the end zone for a Seahawks touchdown.
Touchdown, Seattle.
8 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Seahawks are on the board first here in this Super Bowl. And the QB rating right now is sky high. 4 for 4 on that opening drive, and it ends with a touchdown pass.
Yeah, I don't know quite how to figure it out. I think I need my friends from MIT to come in and help me. But I think 158.3 is the number one.
Yep, that's
right. That's the highest you can get. That's where he is. He'd like to continue on that pace.
Jason Myers now for the extra point. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Seahawks 7.
So that lines up a 7-play drive all told. And it was capped off by a Jackson Smith and Jigba touchdown catch.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So now the Patriots getting set to take over on offense. And they will be led out by their 6'4" quarterback.
If you ask coaches at any level to design their ideal leader of a team, I think they're going to check every box with this guy. He's got the poise to handle responsibility. He stays calm under any kind of pressure, and he brings out the best of his teammates each and every week.
And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. Again, it's Henderson. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. Let's see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. From the gun on third down is Maye. He'll try and do this himself. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. A solid gain of 15 yards and the sticks move.
Patriots, first down. First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Certainly not a positive sign if you're the D coordinator and you see your guys give up that space so early in the game. Third down, that's when the clamps are supposed to come out, but his ability to create things with his legs makes things difficult.
On first down, it's Henderson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 more on that one and another first down. Defensively, they were in the 3-4. Solid run up the middle. What made it successful?
Well, what you have to do is control the nose guard, but sometimes you don't do it by blocking him. You do it by influencing him. Get him moving to one side or the other and hit him back on the opposite.
So the completion good for 6 yards. And it's second down.
6-yard pickup brings up second and 4 at the 48-yard line.
Off the play fake. Here's Maye. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. And now a pause. It looks like we have a Patriot injured on the play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. From the midfield stripe, they look to throw. Maye looking to run. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
That's another Patriots first down. First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
After the sack, you could understand him maybe being a little bit nervous back there, a little skittish. He looked awfully decisive when he took off and ran.
Very decisive and picked up that first down in the process. Henderson now on 1st and 10. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
But they're certainly not neglecting their run duties as well as they ate up the blockers in front and allowed the secondary to get home.
Here's Maye. Full right side going to be taken in by Henderson. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd.
The key to any screen play is all of the deception. That means everyone on the offensive side of the ball but someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold him for just a short game.
Maye looking to run, and he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
For the field goal. A 48-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Set. Set.
He'll start out here with a jet sweep. And that is not fooling anyone. He never had a chance to turn the corner there, and they'll go backwards right away.
Well, as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss. On this one, he may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. Tough spot here, 3rd down and 11. Here's Darnold. Throw left side, complete to Cup. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A gain of 15. 1st down, Seattle.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive. He comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the 1st down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Now it's Darnold. This goes to the tight end, Eric Sauber. That's good for a gain of 6, and that will bring up 3rd and 1.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Again, Darnold. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss. Here's Michael Dixon now to punt. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. So back onto the field come the Pats for their 2nd drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Now an option play on 2nd down. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. From the gun, it's Maye. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
The
quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead, it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. They'll throw with Maye. It's complete to Diggs. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
To the air, Maye. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as a tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 38-yard line.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Here we go, sit up. Vinny, what's up?
From the shotgun, Maye with it. Wide open receiver, complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 19. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Play action, Maye. That is caught at the 7. And the Patriots are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
That's another Patriots 1st down.
They're going to throw, Maye. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ernest Jones. And the Seahawks are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Darnold. That'll be caught by Cup. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there, because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
He's got some space. Left side, he finds Smith and Jigba. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 1st down, Seattle, 16 yards, the gain there. But he's turning in a nice performance. Remember, he had the touchdown earlier, and this time he's able to beat double coverage to grab it.
I think that if he weren't worried about a taunting penalty, he'd run by the opposing team's bench and say, guys, 2's not going to be enough. You better get some more guys trying to cover me. He knows how to get open downfield.
The broken tackle, but couldn't create much space. Down just beyond the 35. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back 1st downs. They work now on 2nd and 9. Darnold now to throw. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now we've got a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Now Darnold. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
1st down, Seattle.
Well, let's be honest about the whole thing. When you're looking for a reliable set of hands on 3rd down, the first thought is often not fullback. But that's who they turn to there, and he does a nice job of securing the football and picking up the 1st down.
And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 45-yard line.
Side.
Here's Darnold. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time they were up to the challenge.
Back to throw again. And he goes down. It's a Patriots sack. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. And I guess, partner, you call that a coverage sack.
Oh, without a doubt, because where did he have to go with the football? I know everybody wants to get on him about, hey, get rid of the football. You had too much time in the pocket. But he's scanning the field, nowhere to go, and that allowed the pressure to ultimately get to him.
Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. The Pats at the line, ready to go. A big mistake last time they were on the field, tossing that interception inside the red zone and really taking away what had been a pretty successful drive up to that point.
Yeah, and I don't think there's any question about it. As they head out on the field for this drive, that whole offensive unit is just thinking redemption. You know, they moved it really well, didn't pay it off. This time, they want to make sure that ball ends up in the end zone, and they're the ones possessing it.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. And go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Big DeMarcus Lawrence getting in there and bringing him to the ground. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
Well, it's certainly going to be a lot tougher adding a touchdown to that lead now since they're facing 2nd and 20+. Big-time sack to start the drive and put the opponent way back. Let's see what kind of play call they come up with here.
The job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. To throw is Darnold. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Levi chase on. In there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
And complete to Smith-Njigba. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
A gain of 30. 1st down, Seahawks.
Play action. It's Darnold. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and off the play action, he'll look to throw it. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Levi chase on. His second sack of the night. A play fake, and it's Darnold. Under pressure, they got him again. We'll pause for an injury. That's the quarterback, Sam Darnold, in need of some assistance following that last play. And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
A busy first quarter. His third catch of the afternoon is a first down.
Patriots, first down. First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
And now at this point in the first half, you've got to realize as an offense, you're not going to get it all back in one fell swoop. This is going to be about sustained drives and making sure you finish with points. And that's a good throw there for a first down.
And they go play action with Maye. Hunter Henry brings it in. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A good pickup there, 21 yards. So from Seahawk territory now, it's first and 10 at the 44-yard line. They go play action now. Maye. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
From the shotgun, it's Maye. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. A loss of 3 on a sack made by multiple defenders.
Well, how about this? A fistful of sacks already. We're not even out of the first quarter yet. What an incredible start for this defense. If they keep this pace up, they could be looking at an all-time performance.
Hey, here we go, throw. Hey, what's that?
Throwing here is Maye. Left side caught by Diggs. Just a gain of a couple there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. We've got a lot more ahead of us here in Super Bowl 60. Second quarter coming your way next. 7-3 the score. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Appreciate everyone joining us. Super Bowl 60 here tonight. Time to begin the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis up in the booth as we get set to resume play. Appreciate everyone joining us. Super Bowl 60 here tonight. Time to begin the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis up in the booth as we get set to resume play. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And following that punt, which turned out as well as it possibly could have, this offense has 99 yards to go to the other end zone.
And the defense is frothing at the mouth with a chance to get points themselves. If they tackle a runner in the end zone, safety. And if there's a holding call in the end zone, that's also a safety as well. So either way you decide to go on offense, you've got to be careful.
We're going to start.
From the end zone, here's Darnold. That's complete to the tight end, Sauber. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Here now, 2nd and 4.
We're going to set. Set.
Off of play action, Darnold. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
On 3rd down, here's Walker. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. And he is caught. Shoves him aside. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down.
Mission accomplished on that throw. Slant, pick up the 1st down. I like how he just put it on the receiver and didn't lead him on that one.
Happened quickly. Defense, not much they could do.
Y'all gotta pump my taste. Y'all can't talk about basic.
Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. Now it's Darnold. He completes this to Walker. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. Darnold. They'll get this one to Cup, complete. But even with that broken tackle, can't get very far. Stops short of the 30-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down. New England on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This time they face a 3rd and 2. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2. 1st down, Seattle.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Back to throw, Darnold. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Will go down as a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 43-yard line.
To the air again, Darnold. Throw left side, complete to Cup. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
Here's Darnold. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. Open man, there's Bobo. And he is across midfield from one 49 to the other 49, a gain of just 2. And now a pause. It looks like we have a Patriot injured on the play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8. Again, Darnold. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Can Levi chase on? Make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game.
And down he goes again. A bevy of sacks in less than a half. But this defense is still losing the game. They've got to fix something because there should be no excuse for losing with an effort like this on that side of the ball. They need to take advantage when their defense is generating this kind of pressure so early in the game.
We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Patriot offense back out, getting set to go. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. They'll throw with Maye. It's this complete to Butte. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20. The ball resting on the 20. Here's 2nd and 6. To the air, Maye. And his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Darnold. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back to the 25. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Darnold. That'll be taken in by Shaheed. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A big play there on the catch and run. And it's going to yield a new set of downs. Darnold now to throw. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stuff. 3rd and goal, a big play in this Super Bowl. Throwing again is Darnold. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. A.J. Barner, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks continue to look good here in the first half of this Super Bowl. No surprise there. 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
The extra point now coming from Myers. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. 5 plays there on that drive. And it all culminates with a Seattle score. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Now comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
2nd and 6. Here's Maye. Got a man. It's the rookie out of the 3rd round. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
And the Patriots, 1st down.
And they go play action with Maye. They'll swing this out to Henderson. Down the right sideline. And finally marked down at the 23. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Maye. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
To throw, it's Maye. Over the middle, he finds Henderson, complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. The offense on 3rd down, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Maye. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. On 4th down, out comes Andres Borregales for the Patriot field goal. He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out. And his kick is good. And a 2nd field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no win. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. Looking to put a drive together.
Here we go, set.
Here's Walker to start the drive. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And He'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 53 yards rushing for him now in the first half of this Super Bowl. Pretty explosive run on that inside handoff, and when you're a runner of his caliber, you don't need a big crease.
You really don't, but also what we're seeing is an offensive line that's taking charge at the point of attack, aren't we? Not only are they controlling the initial contact, they're actually utilizing what they call the strain, the next 2 to 3 seconds, to continue to move people.
Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
Inside.
And Walker once more. Taken down at the 47-yard line.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Here's Darnold. And he goes down. It's a Patriots sack. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. And partner, it's safe to say that the secondary really contributed to that sack.
Yeah, nickel set, 5 defensive backs. They covered everything. Nowhere to go with the football. But my question is, why didn't he throw it away?
So a tough situation to overcome here. 3rd and 17.
We go side. Side.
A shotgun snap for Darnold. To the right side and intercepted. And the Patriots will take over possession here up at the 44. He's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness, it's been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
Good starting field position for him as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. They'll come up 2nd and 7. Throwing here is Maye. He finds Douglas complete. And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at 148-yard line and ended at the other.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
From the gun on 3rd down is Maye. Quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
We've already seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half. Unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. Even coupled with a linebacker, a corner, a safety, they feel like he can win every battle.
Back out now comes Kenneth Walker in the Seattle offense. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now off the bootleg, Darnold. Throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
That is caught. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
A play fake, and it's Darnold. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered, because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
And you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
We got sack.
Off of play action, Darnold. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That'll go for a gain of 7. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
Go sack.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Throw out wide to Walker. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Looking to put a drive together. They'll run with Henderson here to begin the drive. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
At the 28-yard line.
On play action, Maye. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
From the shotgun, Maye with it. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Patriots first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Maye going to give it to Henderson. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard.
2 yards.
2nd down and 8.
2nd and 8 at the 44-yard line.
They'll set up a throw. And the Seahawk defense gets to him and they bring him down. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. This offense so far on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 16. Looking to throw. Throw right side, going to be taken in by Henderson. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Here's Bryce Behringer on now to punt. And it's taken in at the 9. There'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. Play action. It's Darnold. Open man is Barner, the tight end. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. We have reached the 2-minute warning. In fact, just under 2 minutes to play in the opening half of this year's Super Bowl. They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. Pressure comes and down he goes. Christian Barmore getting in there to drop it.
Well, this has turned into an absolute week to forget for this quarterback. Multiple sacks, pair that with multiple turnovers. As far as he's concerned, if he ever sees this defense again, it'll be way too soon.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Faking the give, Darnold. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. 3rd and 20. Straight ahead, Walker. And a good stiff arm there before he's brought down on a nice little gain. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. New England trying to get to place on offense. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
To the air, Maye. They go with a shuffle pass, and it's complete. 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll throw with Maye. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Douglas. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Here's Maye. They set up the screen for Henderson.
Boy, that one was well-read defensively, and this is all about diagnosis as a safety and being decisive because he saw it setting up in front of him, able to knife through there and make the play.
2nd down and 6 now. Back to throw again. Now, quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
That's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
A 3rd field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Maye. He finds his man, complete. That's Douglas. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Pats get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Yeah, touchdown. I love it. Now it's only a 2-point game. I know it's the first half, but you got to think. Go for 2, tie it up, go into the locker room. What are you doing? Come on.
You're bold. You're bold.
It's real easy to be bold sitting up here rather than down there and making that decision.
We don't have to make those decisions. Either way, little time left on the clock here in the 2nd quarter. We'll see how this all plays out. A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And the lead is cut to 1 at 14-13. Following the touchdown, Borregales back out to send this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Kenneth Walker headed back out there. It may just be the second quarter, but he's in his zone well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. He gets this into the hands of Cup once again. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. A final shot before the break. Darnold will get this complete to the tight end, Darnold. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So 2 quarters in the books here in Santa Clara. The Super Bowl 60 halftime straight ahead with Scott Hanson.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome into the Orlando studios. Scott Hanson with you on an abridged halftime report. Good competitive first half. This game kind of has a punch-counterpunch feel to it, as reflected on the scoreboard. Tight game going into the second half. Can either team pull away? To find out, let's go back to the stadium and our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Scott, thank you. And this one's still anybody's game. We'll see who can come out with a hot hand in this second half as we are about to get underway.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Well, the Patriots going to take over here to start quarter number 3. And they trail here in the Super Bowl, but fortunately for them, Charles, very much still within striking range.
Yeah, things didn't go exactly the way they planned in the first half. To me, they appeared to be a little bit tight, made a few errors they normally wouldn't, but of course, this is the Super Bowl, so things get a little bit heightened in that regard. But I think they have to feel a little fortunate going down what they are here starting the third quarter. And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Has a gain of 18. And the Patriots first down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You've got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
We're going to throw. Maye. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Pretty good timing. He waited just enough for that post play to develop and laid it right in there.
And you know what a lot of teams do when they decide to throw a post route? Because it's a little bit longer developing play, they max protect. Bring everyone in, keep the tight end in, an extra back to make sure the quarterback has time to deliver the football.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
I have to think a major focus at a halftime means had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off, and try and chip someone at the second level.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. To throw, it's Maye. He's got his target. That's complete. And the Patriots are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Throwing here is Maye. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Hunter Henry. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Patriots have regained the lead in the second half of this Super Bowl.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
The Patriots will line up for a
They're going to try to throw for it. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the second half. And Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, 1-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth, almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side, trying to match each other.
And this will be a Seahawks first down as the tackle made here at the 36.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Here's Darnold. He completes this to Walker. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
To throw is Darnold. And complete to Smith-Njigba. So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll be second and a couple.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively, but they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now. 2 & 1
2 Again, Darnold. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Cooper Kupp from 19 yards away. And the Seahawks have retaken a third-quarter lead. So a very strong first drive in the second half, Charles, as they've turned that halftime deficit into a third-quarter lead.
And they were pretty purposeful there, weren't they? Measured in their approach. But, boy, they executed awfully well, moving the ball down the field.
Now Myers for the extra point. And the lead is now 2. That time a 6-play drive. And it ends with Cooper Kupp on the receiving end of the touchdown pass. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Now the Patriots gearing up to go now. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now, but let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Leonard Williams able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening.
How about that, partner? His second sack of the game, and that puts him in some pretty good company. 17 guys have had 2 sacks in the previous 52 Super Bowls, but only 3 have had the record number of 3 sacks in this game.
And we've got the list here. If he gets another one and everyone behaves nicely, we might just list those out for him. 2nd and 11. It's this complete to Buto. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th. The Patriots send out their punter, standing right on his own 5-yard line. That'll go as a 39-yard punt, give him 9 on the return. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field. Get a look at this offense led by Cooper Kupp as they make their way back onto the field. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Well, they try to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
Smith and Jigbo calling it in on the out route. And able to use his stiff arm for a little bit of leverage before he's taken down. A pretty good gain. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Darnold now to throw. And that is incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. New England's offense set to go. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And they have just not been able to block him at all throughout this game. Seems like every other play, he's doing something in the backfield. Already got 2 sacks, and now here's a tackle behind the line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. From the shotgun, it's Maye. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
And 12 yards to go.
Back to throw here. Going deep for Diggs. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. The Patriots send out their punter as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. Returnable here from the 38. It'll be a 41-yard punt. Give them 5 on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Jackson Smith-Njigba and his offense ready to go once more here. And we get a peek at the kind of game he's having. It's been a good game. 8 catches now, Charles.
Everyone likes to spread the ball around. They want a lot of people to catch it and touch it, get a lot of guys involved. But sometimes when you have the hot hand or a person who's just really taking care of business in their part of the field, you have to keep going back to him.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
And he's got Smith-Njigba. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Here we go, set it.
Back to throw, Darnold. Going right back to Smith-Njigba. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got a 1st and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it? For them to get downfield that quickly. And now 1st and goal, expect them to attack right here on this play.
Now it's Darnold. And the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. And the Pats are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. So this offense moving the ball well, trying to open up a 2-score lead here in the 3rd quarter, but now potentially a play that could have big ramifications.
Yeah, you've driven the ball down the field. Things are looking up, but it takes just one bad decision to throw things off the rails.
Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
back to Henderson on first down. To about the 23.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. To the air, Maye. Right back to Henry, and Henry's got it again. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
First and 10 at the 31-yard
When
line.
an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Straight ahead, Henderson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Here's Maye. Complete. It's Henry. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards.
It's 3rd and 10.
They'll throw with Maye. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. The Patriots send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. A very good return there, giving it even 20 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And out now come the Seahawks. In a close game like this, Charles, those interceptions like they had on the last drive could be costly, but here they've got another opportunity to seize control of this game.
And they'd better take advantage of it because otherwise, if they end up losing by 1 score, they'll relive this over and over and over until they have another opportunity to wipe it away.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 35.
The dynamic duo is doing damage in this one, and they've certainly been on point throughout. And they hook up again for another big play.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. Now Darnold. Gets this complete to Shaheed. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Patriots' 21-yard line.
Here's Darnold. That'll be caught. It's caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. That'll put him up over 160 yards receiving now for the game. They can't seem to stop it. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Now Darnold keeps it. And no signal, but I don't think he got the surge behind center. No, he's going to be kept out of the end zone. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. Darnold a sneak. And this time he breaks the plane. He's in for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out as his guys are able to extend their lead.
And this is something right out of the Philadelphia playbook. They were successful running this with Jalen Hurts. But this is a copycat league, so if it works for them, everyone thinks it'll probably work for us. And here, it does.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes this a 9-point game. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it was capped off by the quarterback sneak for 6.
Jason Myers picking off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. So the Patriots coming out now. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
He's got a man. It's his fullback. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that's going to bring up second down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8 at the 26-yard line.
Looking to throw. Maye. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Off the play fake. Here's Maye. Going deep for Diggs. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. Fielded at the 33. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively. They have played so strongly. You look at the scoreboard, you probably, with the way they played, you would think the margin would be a lot bigger, right? You would. And in your experience, how many times have we run into coaches where they've talked about, hey, we just want to put it in the hands of our defense and have them win the game? In this case, yeah, not the case.
Not at all. You want to put it in the hands of your offense, but you always feel better about saying defense because you think defense is a constant and offense kind of comes and goes. Today, this game, no, they need their offense to stay on a really hot level.
They've been hot so far. They had 3 tight ends in on that set, and they were really good at blocking for their running back.
And give them a lot of credit because in football nowadays, tight ends coming out of college often don't block very often. These guys have really developed into superior blockers, and that's why they use them in this formation so often.
Back to Walker on first down. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 104 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in this Super Bowl.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. And going right back to Walker. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Well, now after all of this, hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. But the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
We're going to set.
They'll run. This is George Halani.
And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9. Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And they'll try the air now with Darnold. Another completion for Cup. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
Brings up 3rd and inches.
Darnold. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Only 1 quarter left here in Super Bowl 60 as we get set to begin the 4th. Only 1 quarter left here in Super Bowl 60 as we get set to begin the 4th. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. From the left half, should be a fairly easy one here. Myers' kick is good. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. And now out come the Patriots. And we're at the time of the Super Bowl where, look, they need points. And they need them badly. Trailing here in the 4th quarter as they begin this drive 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. Throwing here is Maye. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. A completion, yes, but certainly not what they wanted. A loss of a full 6 yards.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Checking this down to Stevenson. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Looks like a 9-yard loss. And it also brings up 4th.
And that's his 3rd sack, and that ties a Super Bowl record. Makes me think of my old college teammate, Reggie White. He had 3 with the Green Bay Packers in Super Bowl 31. Darnell Dockett of Arizona, Super Bowl 43. And Coney Ealing, 3 sacks for the Panthers against Denver in Super Bowl 50.
All those sacks, they've only been an official record since Super Bowl 17. I know it's believed that L.C. Greenwood unofficially had 4 way back in Super Bowl 10.
Wearing those golden high tops as well.
And he'll take it on this side of midfield. Pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. To throw is Darnold. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Here's 2nd and 10. First throw now for the backup lock. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete. Well, the incompletion, but now we also have an injured player. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Lock going to throw. And that's going to be incomplete.
Going for the knockout blow right there. I think if I'm up 2 scores, I'd be worried about an interception. But playing this way is what got him this lead. So you may as well ride it out to the end.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it, and that will extend their lead even further. So an important one there as they widen their lead in this 4th quarter.
All right, partner, help me out with the math here. Make sure I am on point, because the way I see it, the other guys still need 2 touchdowns, but in addition, a 2-point conversion. So this is all about them playing perfect football from here on out.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. New England trying to get a place on offense. And it's becoming more and more apparent that this is just not going to be their night. That Lombardi Trophy so close, but the expectations simply have not matched the results as they start on this drive, 1st and 10. To throw, it's Maye. And the Seahawks defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
You can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing a 2nd and a bundle. From the shotgun, Maye with it. Under pressure, and they get to him again. Jaron Reed muscles his way in for the sack. That time, Charles, great job keeping him in the pocket and not letting him escape.
And Brandon, I think this was a great example of the front and the back working together, meaning the back covering, no place to go with the football. And the front, terrific job on the edge so he couldn't escape outside. And then, of course, the inside pressure kept him hemmed in as well.
And Diggs has it. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
The tight end, Henry, here in motion. From the gun, it's Maye. He completes it to Henry. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 15 yards there on the play as they try to chip away at this 15-point deficit. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
Nick Eman-Worry on the coverage.
Hey, what's up?
They'll look to throw again. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle is going to be made at the Seahawks 37.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Get this one to about the 20-yard line. The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another first down.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
From the shotgun, it's Maye. Throw right side, complete to Williams. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the Seahawks 16-yard line.
Here we go, tonight.
Looking to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, you can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Here we go, tonight. Hey, what's that?
To the air, Maye. That pass complete. Here's Butte with it. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Second and 10.
What's that? Hey, what's that?
Here's Maye. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
I remember throughout my career here in defensive coach to always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. They need 18 yards here on 3rd down.
Here we go, tonight.
He'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. And his kick is indeed good. And they're hanging around here as the lead's down to 12. So he remains perfect, 3 for 3 in the field goal department.
And it's so important for any offense to have an ace like him up their sleeve, isn't it? Because now you know what his range is, and as soon as your offense gets there, you're pretty much counting on 3 points going up on the board.
After the made field goal, back out is Borregales to kick this one away. past the 20 to about the 22. Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And they have been the better of the two sides to this point with a 2-score lead, fourth quarter of this Super Bowl, and the Lombardi Trophy within reach as they start this drive 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together.
Let's go.
Here's Locke. He completes this to Walker. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
A 7-yard pickup.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Here's 2nd and 3.
Let's go now.
Now Locke. Repeat of the last play, finding Walker. That one a first down pickup of 8.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Locke now to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Throw left side, complete to Cup.
A gain of 10 yards. And it's 3rd down.
3rd and 4.
Here we go. Here we go.
Again, they'll throw with Locke. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
A gain of 9 yards. First down, Seahawks.
Not the first time they've looked his way when they've needed a big play. He's been the go-to guy all game long. And they get the hook up again on 3rd down to keep this drive alive.
Throwing now is Locke. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
Number 36.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. From the 46, here's 2nd down and 8.
Here we go, set. Hey, Mosey.
Again, it's Locke. He'll find Shaheed out to the right. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Now a play fake, and here's Locke. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Levi in there to get him again. That is sack number 6. One off the NFL record of 7. And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. And the Patriots gearing up to go now. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Looking to put a drive together. A carry by Henderson to start the drive. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. They'll throw with Maye. Throw right side, going to be taken in by Henderson. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. So they'll get nothing out of that play. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards. Looking to throw, Maye. He's got his target. That's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. This big game continues. 10 catches now and another first down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Throwing here is Maye. A quick throw there is incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. To throw, it's Maye. They'll find Henderson out of the backfield here. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. Back to throw again. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
They're going on 4th down. Maye. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Listen, when you're at this point of the game, all options are on the table. 4th down, they say, we've got to go for it. And what a play they come up with. Big yardage there to keep the drive alive.
So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10. Up the middle, here's Stevenson. And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
2nd and 5 from the 8. They run once more with Stevenson. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Brings up 3rd down and 5.
Off the play fake. Here's Maye. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. DeMarcus Lawrence, his 2nd sack of the night. If they're going to have a shot in this Super Bowl, they're going to need this one on 4th down. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Keyshawn Butte, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Patriots have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Well, time to let those folks know who are tuning in looking for the late local news. And we may be a moment because we've got a game again.
And partner, except for those on the West Coast where it'll be seen in its regular time, right? That's the way it works, doesn't it? But how about that? Big-time drive right there. If they're going to have any chance, they needed a time.
And now it's blocked. This is going the other way. But he will not be able to bring this one back, and the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
Well, times have definitely changed on the PAT, on the extra point, haven't they? A lot more effort goes into this play from both sides.
Yeah, because let's face it, a lot of time on extra points, the effort is not what it is when you're trying to block a field goal.
No doubt about it. And before, when the ball was snapped on the 2-yard line, it was really a virtual chip shot. Now everyone believes they can get to it and knock it away. And we know how crucial every point is. So the defensive guys, they spend a lot more time trying to get that done, which means there's more pressure on the offensive guys trying to kick it.
Seahawks with a 1st and 10. Locke gets ready to go. Right at the 30. Throwing to start the drive. Locke. That'll be caught by Cup.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Locke gonna throw. And that pass finds Cup along the sideline. His big day receiving just keeps getting bigger. He's over 200 yards now on the afternoon. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. They look to throw. It's Locke. And he goes down. It's a Patriots sack. Levi in there for the 7th time in this game alone, and that ties him with the late Derek Thomas for the most sacks ever in a single game. Here's Locke to throw. That one complete downfield to Cup. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 35. That one goes for 24 yards. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. To throw it is Locke. He'll rifle this one deep right side. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. A great play there. 35 yards. And the Seahawks are starting to pull away in the 4th quarter of this Super Bowl. The extra point now coming from Myers. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown. The touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And he returns this to the 22. The Patriots ready to get the football back. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical.
Coming
trying to put a drive together. They'll start with the option. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Now 3rd down and very long.
And it's 3rd down.
Here's Maye. Setting up a screen for Stevenson. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll try and throw for it with Maye. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Patriots come up empty on 4th down. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. Smith and Jigba making the play along the sideline. Call it a gain of a yard, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Out of bounds at the 17-yard line. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's Locke. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Now Locke. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Now Darnold on 3rd and goal. And he's going to go down again. The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. Open man right side is Cup, complete. And he will be brought down well shy of the goal line. Trying to defend the out route there, got the PI call.
And you know what's difficult about that one is sometimes you want to make the undercut move and go for the football, and other times just want to hang on the upfield shoulder and make the tackle. I think he got caught in between and created a foul.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Instead of running, Darnold's going to throw this thing. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
It's 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
Darnold. Over the middle and complete to Shaheed. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down, and that should just about do it. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Going for the knockout punch. They'll try and run. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Now another timeout called for by the offense. as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. And they will take a knee here. And they'll take a knee as the clock runs under a minute to play. Can this defense hold them out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2. Now Darnold. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawks touchdown. George Hilali from a yard out. And the Seahawks are feeling good as they extend their lead in this Super Bowl.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. So here's Darnold now as he'll lead his guys up to go for 2. They'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone, so this ball will come out to the 30 now. To the air, Maye. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked by Julian Love. And the Seahawks are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
Time for this one final knee to put a bow on this title bout. And the Seahawks are the class of the NFL. Seattle wins the Super Bowl. And their remarkable season ends in the most remarkable of ways. They get to put next to their name, Super Bowl champion.
And they can't ever take that away, can they?
Nope.
That lasts forever. So good to see the emotion when it's all said and done. You see the hugs, you see the guys sharing, the collective happiness. Makes me want to carry you around a little bit on my shoulders to celebrate the triumph. And congratulations to them, a fantastic season.
NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell ready to present the Lombardi Trophy to the Seattle Seahawks. They are your Super Bowl LX champions. So that'll conclude another captivating season of the NFL on EA Sports. So for Charles Davis and all the hardworking men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying good night from Santa Clara.